He was impressed by the loveliness of her hair, her soft blue eyes, delicate mouth.
What is going on, guys? All right, let's see if I got this live stream set up right. You guys hear or see any issues or anything, please just give me a holler, let me know. Hopefully the volume set up right. First time streaming on TikTok. Streaming on TikTok, YouTube. Let me back up because they don't like the names. So I'm streaming on TikTok, and then the one with the play button, the green one with the K, and then the purple one too. I don't know what they don't like to play well or play nice in the sandbox, I guess. So whatever. All right, so what are we doing today? So I need to create a HueForge image and get that on the printer and get that out for my wife and for her friend. So let me pull some stuff around down here. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch on over to boom. So we're gonna do some screen recording. What I gotta do, all right, I gotta bring in an image. She sent me a text of an image, and let me send it to the computer here. So if I can find this thing, here it is. Download it. Right, saved in my message. Nice thing, I do have a MacBook, but I'm on a Windows PC. I run a Pixel, and I can share images back and forth from my phone to my computer, which makes it very, 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 very handy. that one. And there it is. So pop it up. All right. So there's the image. All right. So I'm not fully sure about the story. I think, you know, this guy passed away and we're gonna make a HueForge for his mother. First thing that I need to do is I need to pull this into Photoshop and clean it up a little bit. Right. So let me go ahead and open up Photoshop. I think I have all my chats linked. I don't know, but if anybody wants to chat or send a message, you know, just shoot one on over. Yeah, let's see what I can do. All right. So I need to open this up in a new project. Yep. Bring this guy into Photoshop, put it wherever I want. That looks good to me. Shrink this out of here. All right, let me move my head around. Okay. So I need to cut all this stuff out. This is just a screenshot, so I'm really hoping that this will work. I'm hoping there's enough information in this to pull out of it. First thing I need to do, I don't need the background, so I'm gonna unlock it. Let me see if I can actually if Photoshop will be smart enough to select the subject, which is going to be just him. Actually, it was. Thing is, I don't want just him. I want the sunset and everything in the photo as well. I'm going to go up here to my selection tool and make my brush a little bit bigger. And to add, it's already on the plus, so I just got to paint in the areas that I want to add to my selection. And that looks good. All the marching ants are all the way around. That's good. That's good. So I'm going to, I'm not gonna, well, I guess I could mask it out. I'm just gonna go ahead and mask it out. I'm gonna turn the background layer off. All right, so we have just the image of him. So when I go to export it, it's just going to be this image. It's not going to be the big, the background, all the, I'm pointing at it. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see. I don't know. There's old Obes in the background wandering around. So you see this here, the background, it's not going to come through. So you don't need to worry about that. I'm just going to go up here to exports, export as. I'm going to export it as a PNG because it should have more information than exporting it as a JPEG. So hopefully what that does is it allows the software to get a little more information from the image. So let's go ahead and export that, and I'm going to save it under pictures, their 3D prints, and let's just make a new one. So we've got everything nice and tidy. HueForge. Okay. And we'll do Forge image. Cool. So I've got the original image now exported. I'm going to open up the HueForge software. Oh, that's interesting. I went to open up the HueForge software and it just gave me an error. That's no good. So let's see. It says I might need to reinstall it to fix the problem. Okay, and then it just pops up. All right. So let me figure out the best place to stick my head for my big ones. And okay, so this is the HueForge software. I'm not a professional by any means. I've made one of these. So what I got to do is drag and drop my image over here. JPEG, PNG, SVG. So I need to go find it where I stuck it. 3D prints, HueForge, there it is. I'm going to grab it, drag it and drop it here. All right. So here it is. It kind of just made it black and white. It actually has it fairly small because that is a small image. I don't know if I can increase the size of it here in the software or not. I might just bring it. I might just go back into Photoshop and just kind of scale it up. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. I can do it in I can do whatever size here in the HueForge software, and then I can scale it once I get into my slicer into Bambu Studios. All right, so what this has done, it's made it black and white. So what I want to do is I want to colorize it. Over here, this is pretty cool. So these are the colors that I own. I have plenty more than this, and then it has the different colors that I don't own. You can pick PLA, PETG, whatever material you have, and then you can pick the colors too, and it's going to as closely represent the colors as it can. So there's a lot of color in this image over here, and I want to try to retain it. I have a 4-color AMS on my A1, so I can only use 4 colors. Let me see. So the white is going to be all that over there. The red in his shirt. So let's try to mix in a little bit of orange. Let's see. Pull the intensity down a little bit. Where is the color? Sure. Okay. There. Okay, so got a little bit of orange here. We got the sunset. And I can move that around where how much it's using, where it's actually seeing it. And so let me just switch this one to red. See how it's looking. See if I like that or not. Sure that I'm like, no, definitely not that. Actually, that's not too bad. See, what I did in the last one, right? I did the entire image black and white, and then I did the eyes blue because the kid's eyes were blue. So I'm wondering if I need to do that here. If I need to desaturate this entire image, and if I just want to pull out the red in the shirt or the colors in the background. That might be the ticket. Like I said, this is live. I am by no means any kind of professional here. So let me check on something here. Sorry guys on Twitch, I need to edit my my stream because it's saying I'm playing Call of Duty, which I'm certainly not. And like I said, I'm new to all this, so I gotta figure out where do I even go to where do I even go to change all this? The stream manager, I thought it was creator dashboard or something. There it is. Edit stream info. How about that? Imagine that. Sorry, guys. I know. I will get better at this. I promise. We'll throw it up in just chatting because I don't know what the best category for this is. And there we go. Let's go ahead and change that out. There we go. Much better. Now, sorry, I'm gonna have to do the same thing on kick because I'm sure I'm all over the place there too. Yep. Edit my stream info there too. Almost done, guys. I'm sorry. Title, category, site. All right, perfect. So, sorry about that. Okay, back to the HueForge thing. So, do I need to bring this in as just a black and white? I think that might help. Yeah, I think it might help. So I'm gonna come back in here and get out of that. All right, let me get back here to select my main layer. Got my selection tool, select subject. Do I want to make him black and white and just the background a little bit color? I think so. So let me inverse my selection. I'm going to add a solid color. No, I'm not. What am I? I'm sorry. I'm going to go to hue and saturation. I'm going to pull the saturation completely out. And I need to invert that layer mask because I want it the other way around. So layer mask, select the objects, and go up here. I'm going to mask it out. There we go. I think that's going to look better. Give a little color in the background and give some depth to him. So let me go re-export this. I'm going to again export it as PNG, original image, and I'm going to do black and white. Let me hop back over here to the HueForge. I don't know if I can just drag and drop the new one on it and it'll start over or not. Yep, it will. Excuse me, but it started over with the same color. So let's just do a new project. Bring that in. All right. So this background, I want to make a little more colorful. I can add colors in, but the problem is, like I said, I've only got four choices of colors for my AMS system, right? So in order to do that, I would have to have more. I'd have to have more colors available to me to actually print in, and I can't. So I can only print in 4 different colors. How can I? Let's just start playing around with it, because we got white, gray, darker gray, and black. Black I'm leaving, white I'm leaving. It's the 2 in the middle that I need to play with, right? Maybe I'll add them over here, see where I can move some things around. So it starts bringing it up at the bottom. That's not where I want it. Let's take it up to the top. That's not too bad. No, I don't need his teeth that color. It's not too bad, right? So, white. Actually, I want to bring the white up. Orange up into the white. Now, I don't know if you can paint out like this section like you could like with Photoshop or something like that. I'm not totally sure. Yo, what's up, Bobby? Yeah, no, it ain't MOT safety. You know, I left that mess behind. But anyway, back to this. I don't know that I can paint this out, like Photoshop or not. So I need to find some tools. I don't think I can. Yeah. All right. So that's not too bad, right? Shirt is red, but I don't need to bring that in. I just want the background color. So I just need to play around with this and figure out where this is going to go best. Yeah, let's see. I like that there. That's not too bad. Actually, I kind of digging that. That one gives him a little more detail in the face. Takes away detail. All right, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Give me a little more contrast. If I use yellow instead. Huh. And make it, well, maybe if I used yellow and not green, it won't make him neon. There we go. I don't know. What do you... I want it to look more natural, right? I don't want it to look crazy. Change to red. Nah, not digging red. Alright. Alright, that's not bad. You know, you can go a little sepia tone there. Problem is, again, like I said, these are 5 colors. I need to boil this down to just 2 colors. I can get that to fill in. There. That's not bad right there. I wanted to add a little bit of color to it, but I don't know. I don't know for a portrait that's going to be the best option. Right, so let's. Can't replace the white. It's kind of making him a little funky. Digging that one. try. So we've got some grays. I don't want any blues. There's no blues in the picture. There are some reds, but I think they're... I don't know, adding the reds in is gonna... Maybe... Yeah. You see there, or somewhere around there, an orange might be okay. Yeah, for like the sunset portion. The skin tones. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, what's up? No, I don't have a power backup for my printer. I do have it on my PC, my monitors and all that. I probably could just run a cord over to it. It's a pretty decent power supply. I think it's like CyberPower. I got it off Amazon. It works well. I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any power outages to test it either, but it doesn't have any issues. It's got a couple of plugs in the back. It's got a couple USB ports too that I use. So, but I mean that's a good point to plug my printer into that backup too, just in case power hit. You know, I get a blip or something like that, and I can go pause it, stop it, whatever. Luckily, I'm running the A1 right now, so that has the feature where I can go back and I can just hit, resume print. And I haven't had, like I said, I haven't had the power problems. I've had to stop it or pause it, move some things around, change some filament, and it's picked right back up where it needs to go. I'm confident that it would do the same thing in a power outage too. But I don't have one, but I should put one on it. Okay. So back to the picture. So if I pull again, yeah, I can only use a couple colors here. So, but what I can do is I can use multiple layers of the same color. So if I go, what if I pull and I put the black here? I take some black up top. Yeah, well, yeah, that's... Don't quite care for that. Push the white up though. Yeah, it's hitting his teeth for some reason. That's not good. I kind of like that look. It's a little more contrasty. If I don't want too much orange on his shirt. That's not bad. All right, what if I pull and put some more white just at the very top? Pull this one down. Yeah, so for the power supply, if you're looking at like a battery backup, if that's what you're going for, I wouldn't worry about it needing the 1300 watts for the startup, because chances are if you lose power or something, it's not going to be in that startup. That's just where you're heating the tip up, you're heating the bed up. Now, if you are, if you lose power in that initial startup, you shouldn't have lost a print, right? Because it hasn't really started printing. So the battery backup would just be needed for the just during the actual print, and it's not drawing as much power at that point. It's drawing all that power when it first starts up because everything's heating up and getting ready. So I wouldn't worry too much about the 1300 watts in the beginning. All right. So with this picture, I think he's looking okay, right? If I wanted sunset. I like that. I've got white, white. Okay. Yeah, so I'm actually putting the actual colors that I have here. Yeah, see. I do have regular white. I don't have just matte white. Pull that all the way out, yeah. I pull that out and I push that up. So look in. Pull this one down. See, it's not doing anything because it's got the... If I add another black to the top, pull that down. I think it's gonna hit his teeth. That was the problem, right? Yeah. Yeah, and I already got a black there, so I don't need to. Hello? I don't think it converts the, I don't think it converts your power to 800 watts. That's the amount of power that it's drawing, right? So you're supposed to be able to draw, I think it's 1500 watts out of a standard 20 amp breaker, 15 amp breaker. I can't, I'm not knowledgeable enough to speak to it, but it's not converting anything. It's just that's the amount of power that it's drawing at a certain time. What's up, Mark? As far as I know, there's not a trial version of this. I had to, yes and no. So I kind of got it for free, right? So if you go in, you get the personal use version of it. I think it was $25, and then you get a $24.99 or $24 coupon to I think it's Polymaker. And I just went in and I got some filament that I was going to buy anyway, so I got it for free. That's kind of the way they market it. And then they have different tiers, like if you want to have a commercial license to sell the STL file, if you want to sell the actual print, there's different levels, different tiers, and I don't know if it was a subscription or what, but I'm doing this for me. Yeah, from my knowledge, 800 watts would be plenty enough. Yeah, I can't imagine you would need anything more than that while it's running, just to keep it running so you can go and shut everything down the way that you need when you have that power outage. My opinion. Again, like I said, I'm not an electrician. So, let's see where I can. He's washing out since I changed it over to the white. Pull this guy. Got it. All the way down. I don't know what I did here. This one seemed to lock for some reason. There we go. And I'm going to push this back up. And this is just me playing around with this, guys. Like I said, I really haven't been able to dive into this yet. Just kind of got an idea of how to use it. Yeah, I want just a hint of the orange. Contrasty. I don't like it more contrasty. I think that looks cool, right? So what do I got? I got 4 colors. I got black, I got the gray, I got the orange, and I got the white. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and go with this. So if my main source is available, will the printer receive power from the main source of the inverted power? So if you're, I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. Like, I know there's different types of like generators and stuff. So you would have inverted power. I think what these power supplies, these power bricks that you're talking about, it's all battery powered. So the amount of wattage is what they're able to handle. I don't think it's converting any kind of anything there. I'm not sure though. Cool. There you go. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. I'm sure he does too. Like I said, I'm not crazy knowledgeable about it. I know just enough to be dangerous. I don't want to be dangerous with electricity, right? All right, back to the HueForge. So I think that looks good. So I'm going to save the project, and I'm going to go to that same spot, HueForge, and I'm just going to call it For the Wife because it's what it's for. And then I'm going to export the STL file. Same place, For Wife, XCL. Well, somewhere I have alerts set up, and that's what that was. So sorry if it blew your eardrums out. I certainly did not mean to do that. Oh, okay. Looks like saving that as the. I didn't have to export it as the STL. It looks like it saved it as the STL. So let me close this down. That one, and I'll bring up Bambu Studios. So this was the little guy that I printed out this morning. Let's do new project. Yes, it's a straw topper. Don't get too excited. I'm gonna import this and go find it. Pictures, HueForge For the Wife. All right. So that did something a little funky there, didn't it? It didn't bring it in the right size. So that was the whole thing. Let's back to the HueForge. Do I have... Is there a way to, because it brought me in that whole canvas, and I just want that little piece. Source available to printers. Cool. I am not exactly sure how to bring that up to a bigger size, because it did some funkiness here. Maybe I do need to export it, because I think it, let's try that. Because it does come with, typically it comes with a set of instructions too. Yeah. So, I don't know what's up with this. Sorry, this is... There we go. All right, so when you go to export these, it's going to give you a couple different documents. It's going to give you a text document. So, pull this down. if I can blow this up so you guys can see it. Okay, text isn't going to get bigger. Okay. So when you go to export these files, it tells you what the model size is and allows for thickness. So it's telling you the filaments that you use, and then you go down here to your instructions. So it's telling you to swap the different colors to different layers. That's why when you come into Bambu Studios, it looks like it's just one solid thing. That's another issue that we're going to fix here in a minute, but I don't know. I don't quite know how to export that at a different size. Can I change my canvas size? Is it like Photoshop? Preferences, no windows, filaments layout. Any idea about an image to STL? What are you asking? Changing an image to an STL it's not too hard. If you're looking just for a regular image, you can make it like a lithophane, or you can do one of these two. The lithophane ones they're free, but I don't think they're multicolor. I think they put them at different levels, so when you shine a light through them, it makes it look. You can see the actual image. I've not messed around with them, but I'm definitely going to. Again, this is me figuring this out live, guys. If anybody knows how to resize this image, let me know. But in the meantime, I will Google it. How to resize an image in HueForge. Sizing and importing an image correctly into HueForge. If you want the model to be 2.5 by 2.5. The only ramp, okay. To resize an image in HueForge, you should scale the model within HueForge interface using the dimensions listed in the General Options and Operations panel by using the Slicer's X and Y scaling options. While HueForge imports images at a default size, you can set its final dimensions by adjusting these settings before you slice the model. Do not scale the Z-axis in the slicer. Right. I got it, but I want to import your image into HueForge. Go to your General Options and Operations panel. Adjust the height and width. Okay. General Operations, General Options. Let's see if I can find it, because everything seems to be in a panel here. Transparent. Edit image. There's a lot of stuff here. All right, so general options, you're right. We're going general options and the operations panel. Options. Yeah, I'm not seeing it there. Interesting. See what else I can find. All right, let's go to the HueForge wiki, see what we can find. The myth, maybe. see. This is, I forgot there were these mesh modes too, where I can do, you know, color pop, which standard looks all right. Get back to where we were. Okay, now okay, maybe. So those are the borders. I need to know how to change the size of the canvas.
And gets many ideas on grooming from magazines, television, and movies.
So we'll do change canvas size in HueForge. Change the canvas size. You must adjust the X and Y dimensions within your slicer settings. In my slicer, the HueForge itself does not directly control the canvas size. Do not scale the Z-axis. It says I do it here in my slicer, which I don't know that you can do that, right? Can you? I can scale it and I can move it, but I don't think I can crop it. Can you? And I can cut it. I mean, I wonder if cutting it is going to be the best way to do it. Ooh, a little trippy. Let me get back to her. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is getting a little frustrating. And I don't think you can crop. I mean, I can add a negative part. I just don't. You go to objects. Thing is, I do want to make it bigger. It's probably a good size there. But see, it's overhanging, so if I add a negative part, so cute. guess it can be as tall as I really need it or want it to be, right? I mean, this is kind of my opinion, kind of a not the most efficient way to do this. Eventually I may have to, you know, when I pull this off the printer, I may have to do some like manual cutting, which I really don't want to do. This can work on the fly though, right? Yeah, laid over the bounds, so it's not even gonna let me do it. So I don't know what's going on with this. So, oh wait a minute. It didn't copy it. Maybe that's it. Okay, will let me slice it then. All right, perfect.
You don't believe in monsters, do you? Of course not. I do.
All right, let's see what happens when I slice this guy. Just thinking about it. Let's see. I've not seen one take it quite this long. Yeah, objects are laid over bounds. That's what I was afraid of. All right. Okay. These are the current HueForge settings. Change to apply to update your current settings. That's where I'm going to change it. Let's try 250 and 250. Nope. Did not change anything. Okay, that one's 500, that one's 500, save and apply. If anybody knows how to make this export just the image and not the entire background, please let me know. Alright. I am not having much luck here figuring out where these settings are. I mean, I can scale up the image. I gotta bring it back in, but all the settings should be the same. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is. Let me just try something here, just for my own sanity, and see if it's actually taken this negative portion that I sent off. It shouldn't, because you know, it's a PNG. But very well could. Let's do. Select everything. All right. That wasn't going to get me what I wanted. Let me crop this out here. And I just want to free crop it. All right, let's see if that does it. It's these are some of the common issues that I run into with doing things for people or friends. It's, you know, it's not an issue. I mean, you work with what you got. But you know, I get small images, screenshots. There's not a whole lot of information. A whole lot of information in the actual files, so it can be a little tricky. Let's see. That looks a little better, right? Okay, let's try that. Maybe that was the problem all along. I just needed to resize it correctly in Photoshop. Save it. We're gonna open a new project. No, we're not saving that bad boy. Where did we put this? Exports. HueForge. We're gonna call this just update. So it shows up. File, open it. No, we're not saving it. Okay. Got it. Let's just import it. Update. Ha! There it is. All right. Key takeaway. Make sure that you update the size of the image in Photoshop. I was thinking that the background portion of the PNG was going to go away, the transparent portion. It did not. So that's how you do it. There it is. Okay. Now, what you have to do, you need to come in here. You gotta put all your filaments in. We're going to go back to the Explorer, where that's where do we put it? 3D prints. We're going to HueForge, and so there's the update, untitled. Okay, so the description is going to tell you where to put the colors and the layers. So what we need the black, the gray, the orange, and the white in that order. Okay. So we'll do the black. We'll do. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Okay. So the way that these set up, you got to put in the you got to put in what you want to use. Oh, nice. Yeah. Showing up. So we need black, gray, orange, and white. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll put them in. We want to put them in that order. Do I already have white loaded? Black, gray, and orange, and they're all Sunlu PLA plus, and Sunlu PLA plus, and orange. Okay. And gray color. Okay. So this is where you need to go into your device and make sure that the colors are actually there and loaded correctly. Right? But before that, we're going to go ahead and slice it. All right, it's gonna look funky, and it's only gonna say it's one color, which it's not. So over here where you drag down your layer settings is where that instruction is going to tell you what you need to do. So these are not the correct layers because it did not export. Let's see if it give me the, it didn't give me the text here. Is it the log file that I need? Maybe. 3D print. The log file is found, okay. Maybe we just need to change a little bit. File. We're going to save the project as.
Grover, darling,
That's what it is. Okay, it's not just exporting it. You need to save the entire project. So this one's going to be the update. Save. Now we should be able to get back in. There it is. So you don't just export the STL file when you're in HueForge. You want to save the entire project. And then you're going to get the, then you're going to get the description. And I will blow that up and bring that over. So here is where it's going to give you your filament changes. So go into your slicer. Layer 11 and 10. It's telling me at layer 17. So, all right, we're gonna just start right over. We're going to open the project, right? 3D print. Sorry, we're going to import. We're going to go to the new updated. we're going to pull up our text file. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, we don't need resolve. All right, so project update. So print at 100% infill, layer height of 0.08 with the base layer of 0.16. So go to your global settings. You want to print at 100% infill, which is under, right? Strength. You want a base layer. So initial layer height. So your base layer is going to be 0.16. And it says that we want our layer height to be 0.08. The model, right? So print at 100% info with a layer height of 0.08 with a base layer of 0.16. So the initial layer, base layer, right? Or is that telling me something different here? Let's see. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So print at 100% info. So I'm not sure where the info is. So layer heights. Layer height of 0.08 is your base layer. So it's going to be your initial layer, right? And then a 0.16. Oh. 0.16 is your base layer. Yep. Line width. So you may print with higher layer heights below the base thickness of... The max allowed thickness is... And the actual thickness is... Okay. The strength is going to be in the... the infill is the strength, right? Top layer, surface. Sparse infill. % infill with a layer height. Infill, wall overlap, infill direction. There's sparse infill. This is the density of the initial sparse. 100% means the object will be solid throughout. I think that's right. I think that's where you put 100. All right, let's slice it, see what happens. actually. The layer 17, it says, okay, it says 27.
What happens? You've got to hang on.
This is layer 27. Layer 27. Okay, so we got it. We got it set right. Hey, Lewis, what's happening? Lewis? Not sure how to say it, but all right. So we got that set right. Yeah, it took a minute. I'm sorry, but you say we're learning on the fly here. Now we got the filaments that we need to use. So we've got them loaded up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is going to be black. So we're going to start with black. The entire thing's black already. So we're good there. At layer 12, we're going to swap to gray. The way you do that is over here in your slicer. You drag it down to layer 12. At layer 12, we're going to right click and we're going to do a filament change. And we're going to change it to gray. Because that's what it told us to do, right? Swap to gray at layer 12. At layer 15, we want to swap to orange. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up to layer 15 and we're going to right click. We're going to change filament and we're going to swap to orange. And the last thing that we're going to do is go up to layer 17 and we're going to swap to ivory white for the rest. So layer 17, we're going to go to white. That's going to do the rest. Yeah, and that should match how we have it here. So we go up to layer 12 with black, 15 with gray, 17 with orange, and then the rest with white. Makes sense to me, right? Makes sense to you guys? There it is. You can't really see what it's going to look like, but it is what it is. So now this is saying it's going to take 3 hours and 30 minutes, which is like the exact amount of time that I have to make this thing work. So I need to go and swap the filaments and I'll be right back.
she were.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. What I had to say was we go back in, we had to make sure that the colors were correct here, and then away we went. But I know I just walked away, but I need to pee, so I will be back here shortly.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
All right, guys, I'm back for real this time. So we went over and we changed the actual filaments here, so everything matched, everything lined up. You see, once you change the filament colors over here, everything looks good. Everything should line up, and we're looking at 2 hours 30 minutes. So I think we're going to be pretty good here. I'm going to save this project. And then I have another video that I was working on. So I need to show you guys how I stacked multiple objects on top of each other to make not to make the prints any faster. It actually makes it a little bit slower because it has to do some ironing. But what it does do is it allows me to send a print overnight. If like one layer of something was going to take 3 hours, and I wasn't going to wake up in the middle of the night 3 hours later to go change it. So let me pull that up. So let me open this project. It's gonna be 3D prints. No, it's not. Multiple board. Okay. This is gonna take a minute to open up because I have a huge project here. All right. So now we're back over to the computer. It's a day later, shirt change later. I'm going to show you guys how I stack multiple objects on top of each other. And these freaking IEMs, man. I need to get a set of wireless IEMs, I think. These things they're super nice. I love them. They plug into my my Rodecaster, but the cord just I can wrap it around anything. Anyway, so let me control 0 shortcut for anybody who's messing around here in Bambu Studios. If like you want to zoom in on this plate, where you see how it's locked there, you want to zoom in on that one, it's locked over here. Control 0, and I'm assuming it's Command 0 on a Mac too. It zooms you into the plate that you want. All right. So I have this huge project that I'm doing. I'm doing these multi-boards up on my wall, and I need to print all of this stuff over here. Okay. Well, I needed 3 of these center boards, and I have them stacked on top of each other. And like I said, I can either print them one at a time. They take about 3.5 hours each, or I could stack as many as the printer can handle on top of each other. And it's gonna print overnight or whatever. So I don't have to get up. I don't have to change it. I don't have to worry about anything like that. So the quickest there's 2 separate ways to do it. Okay, there's one way is with an interface filament, and that's probably the best way to do it. Like if I'm printing these in PLA, if I were to use PETG, that's as the interface layer, they would pull right apart. I've done that on some other prints. The problem with that, with what I've seen here, is you see how that these have my build plate maxed out, right? I can't stick them on there because there's no place for the prime tower. I could turn it off, but then we're going to run into all kinds of issues. So this is the second method that I heard about using. So to do that, I went and I tried it, and it worked really, really well. I'll show you how I did it here with this one, since I only need one of these. So you're going to take your image, you're going to copy and paste, or you're going to right click, just hit clone. Just one copy for now. So I've got this one copy over here floating out here in space. I want it directly on top of the other one. But I also need to merge them first. So just control click on them both. And then you go right click and merge. So over here in your objects panel, you're going to see there's an assembly. If I were to click off and try to click on each individual one, it's not going to let me do it, and it's going to move them both. Okay. So in order to grab one of those at a time, you have to go to the assembly and you pick one. That's the one I want. All right. So you right click on it and you hit center because you want it in the center of where your object is. Okay. Now you have, or in the center of the plate. So you have them both centered. They're both going to be directly on top of each other. Now, to get that to stack on top of the other one, you can't simply just move the Z-axis and move it, right? It's gonna just, it's there, floating in the middle of nowhere. And if you were to slice this, it's gonna give you an error saying, okay, you've got cantilevers or what, oh shoot. I didn't mean to hit slice all, I just meant to slice that one plate. Just to show you the error that it's gonna give you. So we're slicing this one plate. My phone's going off. Somebody's at the front door. It's gonna take a minute because there's a lot of information here to slice. There you go, there's the error. There's empty space. Can't print it in empty space. So what you do? You select your merged pieces. You go up here to the assembly. You're going to have face-to-face assembly, which is what you want. Now you have this blue one here, which is the first face, which is going to be the fixed face. So that's the one that it's not moving. So you want to pick, that's going to be this, okay? And blue, it's going to highlight, there you go. Should be able to see it. The second one is going to be the pink, and that's going to be the one that moves to it. So we want there. Boop. All right. Now, we don't want to do the flip by face 2. So the parallel distance that you want, I'm printing at 0.2 millimeters. So I want 0.2 millimeters of gap there. So I'm going to do 0.2. And now we're good to go. So now we have an interface layer. You have it set up now. So that's not that's not your final step. What you want to do next is go to your quality. You're going to change your seam position to random because you don't want all the seams to line up. It's going to make it weak when you go to try to pull it apart. So you want them random. You want to iron the top surface. So it's going to print that first pad, and then it's going to iron the top. So it's going to make a nice smooth surface. And then it's going to do the bottom of the top panel. And in doing so, that's how you're going to be able to pull them apart like I showed you. Next thing in your strength, you want to go to wall loops. You want to change that to 3. This is coming straight from the multi-board guys. This is how they say that you want to print these. And then when you go to slice this plate, it's going to take a minute. Like I said, this is heavy. And my computer's running a RTX 4090 in it. And you can tell there's some graphically intense stuff going on, especially now that I'm streaming too. But it even takes it a minute chugging along through it. Cool. And there we go. See, now it says it's going to take 11 hours to print. Now you are going to get this warning. You know, it seems that the assembly has a floated cantilever. Please reorient it. It's not a red one, so it's not going to stop you from printing. So that error is okay. You can go ahead and you can hit print. And that's how you can stack multiple objects on top of each other. Hey, what's going on, Latoya? Stream's going good. Stream's going good. We're getting close to wrapping it up. Done a little bit of 3D printing, some tutorials on some HueForge stuff, which we did some learning together for sure. And then we did we stacked some objects here. So I don't need that many for these pieces. That was just an example. So I'm going to go through and undo all that.
You must kiss me more often from now on.
There we go.
You know something? I feel this is my...
So like I said, this is all that I'm going to need for my my wall grid project, or my wall multi-board project. I'm just doing it's like a 2 foot by almost 2 foot by 3.5 foot. And this is what I'm going to need. It's about 3.5 days worth of printing, which kind of stinks, but I've got this done, which is 3 panels. I have 1 panel of this done. I need 2 more, and then I got to do the rest of this. So it's going to take me a little bit. But I mean, it is what it is. And this is where I brought it up. Like, you know, man, I really need a couple more printers because I really want to ramp this stuff up. All right, so that's there. Good here. Here's the puppy. Oh, thank you very much, darling. All right, got me some lunch from Turtley.
And the greater the man,
But I think we're getting ready to wrap them up. Are there any more? I don't think there are any more questions. If you guys don't have any more questions about what I'm doing or how the HueForge stuff came out, I think we're good to go. Appreciate everybody coming in, talking, chatting it up. And like I said, we learned quite a bit, or at least I learned quite a bit. Hopefully I helped you guys out too. And I'll catch you guys in the next stream, and check you later. Peace.